Cheating is not the end of your worth, and forgiveness doesn't make you weak. Rather, it makes you courageous. Whether you're the one who was hurt or the one who caused the pain, there is still grace for you.
We talk about life, love, and relationship.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Life, Love and Relationships. My name is Oluwakemi. It is always a pleasure coming here to serve you. In our last episode, we talked about cheating and forgiveness in marriage. Today, we'll be discussing what happens after forgiveness. How do you rebuild trust in your marriage after cheating and then forgiveness has occurred? Forgiving your partner doesn't automatically reset the relationship. There's a lot of work for you both to do, especially on the part of the person who has betrayed the trust. Think of it like clearing away a broken glass. You've removed the danger, but the floor still needs to be cleaned to ensure that there aren't leftover particles. You've swept away all that should be swept away so that nobody gets hurt. Rebuilding trust takes intentionality. You have to be very intentional. And it can be a very frustrating, slow process, but it is a worthy process. It is not just prayer. It is actions that you must take, step by step actions that you must take. It's not just a case of you pray, oh God, help us to forgive one another, help us to go and poof, everything is sorted. It doesn't work that way. You must put in the work. Let me break it down into 4 areas. The first point is transparency. The person who broke the trust must now live openly. You must be deliberate to live very openly. No lies, no secrets. Because why? If you still have any secret, once that secret is brought out and into the open, your marriage may not survive the second episode of breaking your spouse's trust. So you must come out in the open and realize that no more secrets. So you must be transparent in all your dealings. No explained absences, no emotional vagueness. You must communicate with clarity until you are sure your partner has understood you. Healing requires time and repeated evidence of change. You must be willing to continually show your partner that you have changed. Consistent behavior is more powerful than promises. As you're speaking to your partner to assure them that you've changed, your behavior must also act in accordance. The next point is emotional presence. The betrayed partner needs emotional reassurance. Don't say that they are whining. No matter how long it takes for them to fully express the hurt that they feel, please allow them to express the hurt. They need comfort and space to express the hurt that they feel. You must allow them without shaming them. Don't say, oh, they've talked too much. They are saying the same thing all over again. Whatever they feel, regardless of how many times they feel it, make room for them to express it without shaming them. Mutual accountability. Both of you must come to a place where you're accountable to one another. And in this stage, you can have maybe a counselor, a therapist, or your pastor, or your trusted friend, somebody you both trust and respect to hold your hand through this season of your marriage. And sometimes, even after forgiveness, staying may be difficult, but not impossible. But it is up to both of you to decide what you want to do with the marriage. Maybe there's a pattern of continued dishonesty or a pattern of emotional or physical abuse. In these cases, it's usually very difficult for the marriage to continue. Forgiveness is spiritual. It is required of us to forgive one another. But reconciliation is relational. It is how both of you want to decide to relate with one another. And it requires 2 willing people. One person alone cannot decide they want to reconcile. Reconciliation is between 2 people, 2 willing people. Rebuilding love, not just trust. in cheating cases, you might think that trust is the only thing that you need to rebuild. But sometimes it is also important that you rebuild your love, because somewhere in the line of broken trust is also love that has been opened to external influences. Trust is important, but love is just as important. Rediscover who you are as a couple, create new memories, relearn each other because you've both evolved from when you first fell in love, and something has happened that has shaken both of you to this point. So relearning each other is very important. Yes, it may feel awkward. Yes, it may be slow, but with God's help and your mutual effort, broken things can be made beautiful again. I know this is deep and emotional. This really hurts. But I want to tell you, you're not alone. Cheating is not the end of your worth. And forgiveness doesn't make you weak. Rather, it makes you courageous. Whether you're the one who was hurt or the one who caused the pain, there is still grace for you. Let me know in the comments what questions you still have concerning trust, forgiveness, and rebuilding your relationship after an episode of cheating. My name is Oluwakemi. I do hope that I have served you well today. Thank you for joining this episode of Life, Love, and Relationships. If you are yet to subscribe, please, this is the time to click the subscribe button now. Thank you, and see you next week with all my love.
Life and relationship.